Good day. It's me once again, your host, with the most important information about nurses on your program, Nurses Forum with Lovers. Today we're going to tackle a sensitive topic. I know the reason why I'm saying it's sensitive because some take it so sensitive. But for me, yeah, it's not really sensitive. We need to talk about it and yeah. So today it's about racism and bullying on immigrant health practitioners at the workplace. Yes, you heard me, racism and bullying. So I want to give you a definition of health, what World Health Organization say about health when they define health. So the definition of health by WHO is health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infinity. So take note. The word health, by definition, according to the World Health Organization, is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. So I want to tackle on the mental and social part of the health practitioners whilst working in the workplace and attending to a sick person. Remember, you are attending a person who is physically, mentally, or disturbed in any way, or the system somehow is disturbed. But are you, as the health practitioner, are you in health? Are you in good state? So, what we say when you are working in the health or in the hospital or the clinic or at the home, wherever you're working, attending to a sick patient, the safety of the patient is more important. But what I believe in when we are dealing with emergency, we say your safety first. Your safety first is important as a health practitioner when attending any form of emergency. Before you help anyone who needs help, you need to consider your safety. It's a golden rule. So are you safe, first of all, in the workplace, mentally? And is your social life at the workplace, the social well-being part of you, okay in the workplace? So that's what those are the questions. Today, I'm not going to look much into, I'm just popping questions to you and to look into, to consider, to think twice, and to be able to really find an amicable solution to this. In the football, in football, for example, in the EPL, English Premier Soccer League there, and across the world, the FIFA rule is so clear on racism. The FIFA is so clear on racism. No to racism. And I think the consequences are dire when it happens. But what is happening in the health system, in the health sector? Do we have a system to protect the employees, particularly those who are coming from different countries, immigrants, health workers? Are you being protected? Do you have a system that guides you, that protects you? Are you being supported at the workplace? Are you having your voice heard in the workplace? Is there fairness in dealing with issues? And whose case is being reported? To be human is to err. We make mistakes. But when you make a mistake as an immigrant health worker, is your mistake being treated fairly as compared to the others? When you work, are you working well? Are you being supported? Is there teamwork in the hospital, in your hospital where you are? Are you working well with other colleagues? Or people are teaming up together, those from a certain type, from a certain race, teaming up together in the workplace and work together and support each other, and you feel sidelined, you feel not to be part of the system, is that healthy for you? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about these things, because it does not make sense to be silent. Silence does not pay. Silence kills. Many people are in distress. I've talked to a couple of nurses who are crying after a long shift, a 12-hour shift at the workplace. And you go home, what you're thinking about is the experience at the workplace. And you're stressed, you're depressed, you're devastated. You don't even know if you can go back again tomorrow. Is that safe? Is that healthy? Should we keep quiet, or we should talk about it? And who should we talk to? Is our voice strong enough to be heard? So, these are the questions that I'm popping out to you. So, I will read again the World Health Organization definition of health. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infinity. An important implication of this definition is that mental health is more than just the absence of mental disorders or disability. Racism, bullying, unfair treatment, being sidelined, impartiality in the workplace. Is that what you're experiencing? Or your case is different and everything is free-flowing for you? I'm glad if your situation is beautiful, because what you all need is, when you come from far away, from the end of the world, you come to a certain setup, all you need is support. All you need is love. All you need is to be encouraged. No one was born intelligent. No one was born knowing. We learn. The systems are different from place to place, from country to country, from continent to continent. And all is needed is support. It's support of each other and one another. What you need, you spend much of your time at the workplace. But if the workplace is a dreadful place, you dread to go to work. And how do you sum up rather your life? Is your life a happy one? Or it is an enduring one? Are you enduring? Are you happy at the workplace? Let's talk about it. Today, it's a different story altogether. I said it's sensitive. Yes, it is. But it's not. Should we talk about it? Yes, we should. Do we have a system where we are working? I assume it is there. Are we using it? Or are we just crying far? Do we have workers' representatives? And is the system free? Or there's charges? Despite being a member of a workers' organization, when you have an issue, is your issue being treated fairly? Do we have support system, even from the workers' representative organization? Is the system fair? Is the system affordable? Or you need to fork out some money so that your issues are able to be heard? We understand that there's data protection and privacy, particularly on patients, and that's universal. But should we keep quiet when bullying is happening and racism is taking place? This has nothing to do with data protection and privacy. So I believe, or I understand, or I assume and presume and suspect that people or the health practitioners are mistaken when they keep quiet and don't talk about things, because they think they are breaching the data protection. Data protection and privacy is particularly on other areas of our health system particularly on the patients, not divulging information about the patient and of course of your organization. But bullying and racism has nothing to do with that, and this should be talked about clearly. Is it healthy to go home crying and regretting? I believe it's not. It's not. Mistakes happen to everyone, and we make mistakes. But let's have these things looked into fairly. Let's be supportive. Health workers, support each other. Don't backbite each other. There's no need. If it's important to talk about, to confront situations. If you feel that there's something wrong with the person you're working with, talk about it. It's not good to hear that particular issue from the management or from the other person who was not even there on the day of the happening. Let's talk about things and support each other. Let's correct each other. Let's be the strength for each other. Let's provide a shoulder for each other. We need to have teamwork. When there's an issue, let's have it heard fairly. Both sides weighed before a conclusion is made. It's important. It's important. Sometimes racism and bullying happens and the perpetrators are not aware that they are being bullied or are being racist. But sometimes it's so clear. Somebody can make it so clear. And we want to talk about it. We want these things to be dealt with. We want the health worker to be happy. The workplace has to be a place whereby you deliver your duties with your mind, with your social life intact and well in place. If you are mentally unstable, if socially you are distracted, there's no way you can deliver safety and care. There's no way you can deliver optimal health to a patient. That won't happen. So who is being disadvantaged when there's bullying and racism? The person who is being disadvantaged is the patient. Is the patient. Because there's no way you can deliver when you are unstable mentally. So let's talk about it. Are we being trusted enough to be competent and able to provide safety and care to the patient? Like I said, we're coming from different parts of the world and the system is different. So, of course, it's natural for people to get used to you. And sometimes, most of the times, you have to adjust to the new system. Before you know it, you might rub your shoulders with some people. It happens, it's normal, it's part of life. Even with your siblings, you can always fight. But how is the fight what is the end of the fight? How is it being treated? People can always fight. And there can be misunderstanding among people. It's normal. We are different. We have different characters. We are brought up differently. But is that the reason why one should be bullied or sidelined or treated impartially? Today, we're just questions. I'm out. Please like and subscribe to this channel for more. Yours, out.